Welcome to Connie Talk, and this is Connie Lang. Today, for the second time, we are delighted to invite Mr. Robert Lee, our very well-respected electrical member, to join us at this interview. Thank you very much, Robert, for accepting our second interview.
Thank you, Connie.
Yeah, so how is second term? How do you like it?
I feel very grateful and honored to be able to be reelected, and
Yes,
I think
congratulations.
thank you. So in the coming term, I look forward to gathering the feedback of the industry, and as we approach the 15th five-year term, there's a lot of policy initiatives that will come from the national perspective, but also from the Hong Kong's perspective. And I look forward to working with my constituents to promote Hong Kong as our international financial center.
Well, with your good experience, I'm sure you're going to do great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So as a quick introduction, as occupation, Robert is the chairman of Grand Finance Group Company Limited, and as public service, which he has many roles, he's the member of the Legislative Council of the HKSAR, member of the 13th Zhejiang Province Committee of the Chinese People Political Consultative Conference. He's also the permanent honorary president to the Hong Kong Securities Association, and also very important with the gold development in Hong Kong. He's also the vice chairman of the Hong Kong Gold Exchange. Yeah, thank you, Robert. Thank you. So congratulations on your re-election to the Legislative Council. What's your main policy focus in this term, which you have shared briefly, but more elaborated?
Sure, yeah. Obviously, there are a lot of things that we do well in Hong Kong. We have a very established international financial center. So things that we're good at, I think we have to continue doing. We've seen that in the past year in terms of the market turnover, the Hang Seng Index, stock market performance, as well as the IPOs in the pipeline is very strong. So in this respect, we have to make sure we maintain our competitiveness. At the same time, I think besides the primary markets and the secondary markets, we have to ensure there's sufficient liquidity in the marketplace. So there will be a lot of reforms coming, and including T+1 settlement cycle, the USM, the uncertified securities market regime that will come into the pipeline, as well as some of the work that we've worked on in the past term. And it's really about putting it forward and implementing it here in the eighth term. Also like to mention some of the things that I think we need to make some improvements on, including our futures and derivatives market. We do have a lot of active FCMs that operate in Hong Kong, but I think we should look at some of the cross-margining and some of our, as we work towards establishing ourselves as a commodities and gold trading hub, just enhance our overall competitiveness.
How do you think these positions support your public services?
So first and foremost, obviously my role within the Legislative Council representing the financial services functional constituency, that's going to be my primary responsibility. But some of the other roles that you've mentioned, I think it really complements what I'm doing at LegCo, in the sense that a lot of what I mentioned, good macro policies and even the 15 five-year plan coming up, these macro policy initiatives, how do we get these very positive initiatives down to the grassroots, so that entrepreneurs, a lot of companies, whether big corporations or SMEs, they can really benefit from these policies. And I think having these different roles, whether it's the CGCC in terms of the local business chamber, you get to hear a lot of feedback, right? A lot of entrepreneurs representing different industries. There's large and small companies, as well as in the Securities Association. There's a lot of market reforms that we're driving towards, but we need to understand how does it impact the market, the various stakeholders, whether it's investors, listed companies, and even within the financial institutions. There's some bigger, some smaller, some more local, some are multinational corporations. So I think these various roles really help to get some feedback and then share some of these policies, but at the same time, hopefully we can get this positive initiative to the grassroots, to the various companies.
As a financial expert, how would you assess the current vitality and also challenges facing Hong Kong's financial markets?
Yeah, I think Hong Kong's financial markets, as I mentioned, there's always going to be reform that needs to take place.
Yeah,
and
make it a better one.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's a lot of listings, and market sentiment overall is pretty positive.
Right.
That's not guaranteed that it will continue. So what we need to do is make sure that we stay competitive, be honest with ourselves. If there are areas that we need to improve on and change, we need to be proactive and aggressive in making those changes, and be very open-minded to criticisms. So a big part of my work, I think, is connecting with my constituency, which I mentioned is quite diverse, right? You have big companies, small companies, and all kinds of feedback that I get on a daily basis. But how do I make it more coherent and drive at a consensus, and then drive for policy that's impactful, that can really make a difference? And if the industry has 100 different directions that it wants to go in, it's very hard to help promote that.
Yeah,
but if there are a few things that we can do that really can reform the markets, then I think that's my responsibility to bring that voice to the government.
So how can Hong Kong maintain its status as a global financial center amid China-US tensions and also geopolitical risks?
Yeah,
Not easy.
I think despite a lot of press and a lot of sometimes perhaps negative perspectives on China-US relations, at the end of the day, I think people-to-people connection is still
very important.
A lot of people are not necessarily going to get overly political. I think there's a lot of American interest in China and Hong Kong.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of Chinese interest in the U.S.
Even with intertwined together.
Yeah, exactly. So even within my sector, for example, financial institutions, there are a lot of American companies that do good business here.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why, just because there's a political tension, that we should not be welcoming American businesses to operate here in Hong Kong, right? So to our earlier point about rule of law, I mean, we have a vibrant financial market that welcomes capital and talent to come to Hong Kong. So it's really about financial services as a platform for entrepreneurs, right? To list their company, to fundraise, to invest, to hedge their risks, for companies to grow. I mean, if they want to tap into the Chinese market, Hong Kong is a good place to establish themselves.
It's a good
right.
international financial center.
So if that's the basic situation, then there's no reason why American companies can't thrive here in Hong Kong, and Chinese companies can't thrive in the U.S. So I think if we're a little bit more positive about things, then I think despite the tensions, I think at the end of the day, businesses will see where the opportunities are, and if the opportunities are here, then I think they'll keep coming.
As someone deeply involved in youth development, how do you view the opportunities that One Country, Two Systems has created for young people in Hong Kong? Are there any specific areas where you would encourage more youth participation, like maybe the Greater Bay Area?
Yeah, for sure. I think Greater Bay Area represents a lot of potential, a greater market. So when people look at Hong Kong, it's not just the 7 million or so residents here, right? I think in various sectors, including our financial services, we have various Connect schemes. There's a Wealth Management Connect, all of which is really try to give youth more opportunities.
Right.
I think the key message really is that the world is very big.
Yes.
The Chinese market is also very big.
For sure.
So if you expose yourself to more opportunities, then your career, you'll give yourself more chance to succeed. So the key really is, regardless of what industry you're getting yourself into, there's a lot of opportunity.
So as a last short summary, what would you
Yeah.
like to talk to our audience to sum up your interview, or maybe on your second term to the
Yeah.
LegCo, what's your main wish or main goals that you want to achieve for this term?
Yeah, I think it's as I mentioned before, it's really a great honor. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to serve my country, to serve Hong Kong, to
We have the
represent my
ability for it.
in the industry. Through my role as a LegCo member, I can get a lot of the feedback on the grassroots level from financial institutions to the government, and at the same time, whether it's central government or the Hong Kong SAR government, there's a lot of policies that try to give more opportunities for Hong Kong residents. So serving as a bridge, and I hope I can do a good job of that in the coming 4 years.
You will, I'm sure.
Thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts today.
Thank you, Robert. So, thank you very much for watching our interview today. First time interviewing the same candidate, so very much appreciated. And until then, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.